Nearly 25 million adults across the country are affected by high cholesterol, increasing their chance of heart disease and stroke. But thankfully, we have the largest cardiovascular research and healthcare group in Tennessee, Arkansas, and Mississippi right here. Stern Cardiovascular is sponsoring our conversation with Dr. Dharmesh Patel today, and he is here to talk about how we can tackle high cholesterol. Welcome, Dr. Patel.
Good morning.
So talk to me about how cholesterol is playing out in this area. How high of a number are we seeing?
Yes, certainly cholesterol is extremely common in the Mid-South, unfortunately. A lot of that is due to lifestyle, how we eat, of course, eating fatty foods, fast foods, eating processed foods, certainly high in cholesterol. And of course, activity and exercise certainly plays a role in helping cholesterol go lower too. Now, thankfully, we do have therapies that can actually help cholesterol, because we know that cholesterol is one of the strongest risk factors for having heart attacks or coronary artery disease. Now, it's important to understand that cholesterol also is very important for the body. Cholesterol helps with hormones and bile acids that we help to digest foods, to keep our cell membranes healthy, and keep the brain healthy too. So it's important to have cholesterol, but unfortunately, in the Mid-South and in the Memphis region, cholesterol certainly is extremely high. But the exciting thing about this is that we do have therapies that can actually tackle cholesterol and hopefully lower the incidence of events like heart attacks, strokes, amputations.
Let's talk about a little bit deeper about some of those treatments. And then, you hear like the statins have a bad name. Can you just talk about the treatments that are out there to change what we're seeing?
People seem to think that cholesterol is related to diet. Well, actually, what we know is that only 25% of the cholesterol in our body is due to what we eat, and 75% of it is due to what the liver makes. So a big misnomer is I will change my diet and my cholesterol will go down. It certainly can. It can go down by about 15 to 20%. But after that, we need to seek other options, such as medical therapy, to try to get that LDL or the bad cholesterol down to goals which will prevent further cardiovascular events. Statins have been around for approximately 30 odd years. And we know with many, many trials that statins lower cholesterol quite well. They usually lower the bad cholesterol, known as the LDL, about 30 to 55%. But on the flip side, being in this region, a lot of patients do have this understanding that statins are bad for you. For the most part, many patients, in fact, I'd say up to 94% of patients should be able to tolerate statins quite well. Of course, there's always going to be a subgroup that may have what we call muscle aches and fatigue. But classically, from what we know, that's usually only 6% of the patients.
How can folks get in contact with you just to get more information about the best options out there and how their bodies are going to tolerate different types of treatments?
You're absolutely right. When you treat patients, you treat them one at a time, not as a whole population. We are excited at Stern Cardiovascular Foundation to open up our lipid clinic, which will really specialize in those patients who possibly cannot tolerate statins or possibly want to explore other options in seeing how they can lower their cholesterol. We have therapies that are not all statins, which work in different kinds of mechanisms to lower the cholesterol as much as 63%. The future of cholesterol is changing as we speak.
Dr. Patel, after you just said that, I really wish that we had about 2 hours to just talk about what you just said, but I know that time ends, right? So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to Stern Cardiovascular for sponsoring this discussion. We appreciate you.